All right, ladies, you may be seated. I'm Judge Brian D. Woodard, and ma'am, you brought this case before me. Matter of fact, before I get started on anything, I see your both last names are Campbell.
Yes.
If I'm mistaken. So what is your first name?
Kelly Campbell.
Kelly Campbell.
Yes.
And you, ma'am?
I'm Rochelle, but you can call me Ro.
Okay, Rowan and
Kelly.
Kelly, okay. Yes. Kelly Rowan, let me go there, because if I forget it, because Rowan Kelly. All right, so let's get started. So go ahead and tell me about this.
My name is Kelly Campbell, the best project manager the city has to offer. I brought my cousin to court because she's attempting to want to get involved in her son's life all of a sudden. But her choices, they're poor. She has childish behavior. And
Right away, the tension in this courtroom is impossible to ignore. Kelly isn't just venting. She's trying to convince the judge that this child's entire future is at risk. And notice how Judge Woodard immediately takes control. In family court, emotions can explode fast, so the judge is making sure the facts stay front and center.
she's not taking care of her responsibilities. Simple.
She's not taking care of her responsibilities. Does she have children with you, or living with you, or?
She has a son, 6 years old.
6 years old.
Yes.
And so what makes her childish?
She's just,
Girl,
she
I'm
wanna be in
grown.
these streets. She's
Girl,
fucking
Hold on
grown.
one second. We're gonna get to that
I'm
part.
real grown.
Okay, Miss Grown. One thing about it is grown people don't have to tell other grown people that they're grown. So just wait till I get to you, and then we're gonna go ahead and get this train moving. But I'm gonna get to you.
Yes, sir.
Miss Rowe. Yeah, R-O, really obvious. All right, let's go.
If
Let's
you
go.
could change the R to a H. But the point, what I'm saying is,
We're not going there, but go ahead. I'm just
I
gonna go ahead and over like
Emotions
that.
are
I understand, but let's go ahead and get to business.
she's childish because she chooses to mix up her priorities.
Okay.
It's not flying, Your Honor. Her child, it's about 105 degrees. She has no AC. She has a gym fan circulating in the home.
The
How is
window
hot
was
air-
cracked.
Hold on.
The window was cracked.
Ladies, let me go ahead and get something straight right here, because I just want this to go smoothly. And I know how ladies are sometimes. Y'all like to talk and get your point across, and you're going to be heard. I promise you're going to be heard. But being heard this way, it's not going to fly. So let's go ahead and continue without any interruptions. Ms. Rowe,
Got it.
when it's time for you to go, I will go back to you, Ms. Rowe.
Yes, sir.
But for right now, please keep quiet. Can we do that? Let's get this show back on the road.
Thank you, because she's rude.
I didn't ask about what she is. I'm just asking you to go ahead and continue to tell me what you're going to
I
do.
stand corrected.
Oh,
Your
yes,
Honor.
ma'am. Let's go.
I apologize. As I mentioned, her 6-year-old is in very poor conditions. Circulating hot air with hot air is not going to fly. As I mentioned, the temperatures are high. She leaves a bowl of noodles, chicken flavor, for her son, Capri Suns that aren't refrigerated. The child is so behind educationally. All he know how to do is whoa. It's just a lot going on. I don't like it, and I am going to be the provider for her child. And that's it, point blank.
Okay. And Ms. Campbell, what are you actually asking for before I go further?
The moment Kelly asks for full custody, this case becomes way more serious. That's no longer just family drama. That's a legal battle over who can provide the safest and most stable home for this child. And based on the judge's expression, these allegations are definitely landing hard.
To this.
Honestly, I want the full custody of her child, Caleb.
Okay.
And I would like her to pay me, since she wants other men to pay her. But that's what I'm asking.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there anything else you would like to tell me before I move on to Ms. Rowe?
I want you to see that she's truly childish, lax.
I didn't ask for insults. I said, is there anything that you
I'm
want to
sorry.
tell
I
me?
didn't know that was an insult. It's really factual. No, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, see, this is going to be a challenge. Whew, don't you know? Ms. Rowe, let's go. Continue this show.
Thank you, Judge. Okay, so they keep saying I'm crazy, right? They took my baby from me and gave it to her because I had a little date. I spent the block. I left him at the house by
You spent the
himself.
what?
The block. We went to Perry's. Me and his, he was tall, dark, and handsome. But I was gonna bring him a pork chop special back. So I went on this little date, left him at the house by himself. I gave him some noodles, a Capri Sun, and they call themselves saying, oh, you can't leave the baby at the house by herself.
Hold on. She left a 6-year-old home with noodles, Capri Suns, and a fan while she went on a date looking for a stepdad? This might be one of the wildest explanations ever given in a courtroom. And somehow the pork chop keeps becoming the star witness in this entire case.
I'm like, look, he was good. It was just for like 2 hours. I was gonna be right back, and I was gonna bring him back.
Wait a minute, how long?
Like 2 hours. We
2
had
hours.
reservations, so we're gonna get right in.
So you made reservations and you left your child with her for just 2 hours. Was it just for that night?
It
or
was
it?
not 2 hours, Your Honor. It was 6
Okay.
hours
All right.
plus 2 bonus hours because she wanted to have a rendezvous.
All right, hold on a second. Okay, continue this. Yeah, this
Thank
is
you.
interesting.
No
I really want to hear this
She
one.
think because she got a pool.
Well,
in her
I ain't
backyard.
worried about that. Let's get to the facts.
Okay,
Go ahead.
sorry. So I spent the block, ran to the Perry's with the fella. You know what I'm saying? He was fine. Okay. So look, I'm trying to get him a stepdad. I was gonna bring him back a pork chop special. Have you had one of them Perry's pork chops?
You trying to get a
It's like
stepdaddy?
this,
Listen,
it's
you're trying to go and get a stepdaddy
For the
with
baby.
for a pork chop with a pork chop. Is
no,
that
I'm
how?
gonna bring him the pork chop bag.
And so you expect him to be stepdaddy because you brought him bringing the pork chop because you bring. I want him to be
I'm
my
bringing the
stepdaddy.
baby.
So maybe if I give him a pork chop, he gonna be my.
I'm bringing the baby back a pork chop.
Oh, the baby, you bringing the baby a pork
I
chop,
went on
not
the
the
date.
man a pork chop.
No, the man was gonna buy the baby a pork chop.
Okay.
So I'm
Sodium.
taking care of him.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second, man.
So me and the man went out to dinner. I get back, they all, you're not supposed to leave your baby here, this and this and this. I'm like, he's 6 years old. He got some noodles. He got a couple of Capri Suns.
You can actually hear the disbelief in the judge's voice now. Legally, leaving a young child unattended in dangerous heat can raise serious neglect concerns. And when the judge compares the situation to treating a child like a dog, you know this hearing has officially gone off the rails.
Cracked the window, the fan was on, so he was good. They say I'm unfit. You know, I fight a couple people, bust a few windows, plant some tires, and they think that I can't.
Ma'am, you cannot be serious right now.
Dead.
Are you really serious right now? Number one, you're talking about. What? First of all, let me say this. How hot is it outside right now?
105. That's the
Yeah,
car.
hold on. I'm asking her because you're already at 105 because you're already talking. You heated up, and I understand.
I'm sorry. I'm
Yes,
passionate.
how hot is it outside? Right?
Well, that day it was, cause we went at night. So,
I didn't
it cooled down
ask
a
whether
little
you
bit.
went at night or anything, because it's still hot at night as well too.
I mean, about 80, 90, you know, it cooled down.
And-
But he had
and
a
you-
fan.
And you got a fan. You gave the child a fan in the car.
I cracked the window.
You cracked it. So what is this child, a dog?
No. Caleb, he's a human.
But it's hot outside and you're going to give the child a fan. And then what
And
else?
Capri Sun.
And a Capri Sun.
Two.
Now let me ask you something. Would you want a hot car or a hot environment and somebody to give you a Capri Sun?
No, I was at Perry's.
You know what? Sometimes you just don't have the words to say. And I guess this is one of those times where, Lord have mercy, I do not have the words to say. Now this lady right here, Miss, what'd you say your first name was again?
Kelly with a capital K.
Miss Kelly with the capital K.
The best project
Okay,
manager.
I didn't ask if you was the best or the worst because you have no proof to tell me if you did right or wrong. It comes to those project managers or whatever else you say. You don't have to build the words up
work
to
too,
me.
Kelly.
Okay, but if you don't want to be done that way, why do you think that it's okay to let a child sit like that and treat
It
him
was
like
just
that?
for 2 hours.
It
I was
doesn't matter,
working
but
on
I
getting
said,
the
would
stepdad.
you want that done?
No. I mean, but sometimes we gotta go through stuff to get to the bigger picture, and I was working on this.
It looked like you got to the bigger picture with Paris.
I did, and
Yeah,
that's when you know
yeah.
the baby was gonna come with me. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah, I
know,
see.
I was
Okay.
setting him up.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Miss Rowe, how much do you make how much you make a year?
I make 65.
65,000 a year. And doing what again?
I work for insurance.
Insurance. And insurance, yeah, just
But
call
I'm
somebody
trying to
else.
bag a baller.
Now the courtroom shifts from emotional chaos to financial responsibility. Family court judges always want to know one thing: who has actually been supporting the child? Healthcare, food, housing, school, it all matters. And once the money conversation starts, the excuses usually fall apart fast.
All right, so before I do anything else, quick question, because I almost forgot. So who pays the health insurance for this child?
I do.
Okay, both of y'all can't say that at the same time. So
I'm the mama.
I pay. It comes out of my check, $350.
I love my baby.
if all you've been talking about is pork chops.
Your Honor,
I can tell you probably been eating a lot of pork chops. Yes, but can you do what?
She says she loves her baby.
Yeah.
The only time she comes around is December the 31st to get his social so she can file him on the taxes. She's trying to get a come up. A come up. She lies, Judge. She puts
Okay.
8 dependents. She got 1 kid.
And so you're paying they're paying you obviously $65,000 for your income. Are you paying your cousin anything for keeping this child and taking care of this child?
What I'm paying for?
She barely will give me the food stamp. She get $1,500 in the
Okay,
food stamp.
I see where this is going
I want
now,
my
man.
baby back.
Okay, yeah, there's everything. You think the world just revolves around you because I cannot believe what I'm hearing right now. So this is what we're going to do. And it's obviously that, yeah, you are going to be paying something. I mean, you make $65,000 a
Barely.
year.
Barely.
Okay, so how long have you had the child? What's his name? Caleb.
Caleb, correct. Caleb has been with us about 1.5 years.
A year and a half.
Yes, because thank God they did a welfare check.
And you haven't received anything for a year and a half.
Absolutely not, but sorry, excuses.
Hold on. It's not here to insult. I'm just asking questions. A year and a half, you haven't received anything.
Barely.
Okay. Obviously, this child is going to need to be taken care of because, everything in life just ain't free. You just can't drop your child off and let somebody else take care of it.
I didn't drop him off.
She's taking care of your child.
I want him back.
She's taking care of. Okay, so how come you just now coming to court and saying that you just want him back? What happened to the past year?
I've been saying I want him back. She keep dragging me through the mud.
Dragging you through.
Oh, I'm unfit. I'm very fit. I go to
Ma'am,
the
I'm
trainer
just going to
3
say
times a
this.
week.
When
I'm
you're
fit.
talking about caviar and stuff like that, obviously you have other reasons. So this is what we're going to do. So
I'm
you're.
fit.
Are you? Judge, if you didn't
Hold
have the
on,
training
ladies,
yesterday-
ladies, hold on. Because we're not going to go there. Y'all sound like my family during Christmas time. So, Miss Ro Campbell,
Yes.
you see, you make $65,000 a year, okay? You're paying by your cousin $350. Your gross is $5,417, and 20% of that, with your net, is $4,401.57. Your high rim, 100 plus. We're gonna add that $163 to it. So basically, you got to pay something. You can't just let your cousin take care of all the business while you're thinking all high and mighty with pork chops and caviar.
She
Hold
dropping
on,
it.
wait a minute. Hold on, before we get to that, let me go ahead and get this before I forget about it. So, yes, you're going to pay.
And there's the final decision. Judge Woodard makes it crystal clear. Parenting isn't something you can pause while chasing dates and pork chop dinners. The court looked at the absence, the living conditions, and the lack of support. And the ruling practically wrote itself. But what do you think? Was the judge too harsh or absolutely justified?
Okay, and the thing is, you're going to pay $1,043 flat. Nothing more, nothing less. But you need to be at home with if you wanted your child back so bad, it shouldn't have taken this long. Okay, you shouldn't be out there with the man eating pork chops and caviar while she's up there taking care of your child and not getting a dime. Am I mistaken about that?
None of the coins,
All right.
silver or copper.
So before you have anything else to say, that is my decision. This case is over with. This is adjourned. You have my answer. All right, ladies, you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.